RE8 has the potential to be the greatest Resident Evil game, or more, since like, I don't know, Resident Evil 4.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
This is mostly due to the fact that the game has the best possible setting. I mean, going back to castles, dungeons, creepy woods, ancient ritual sites. These are like the best possible locales to explore in the Resident Evil franchise. I mean, think about it. Resident Evil 4 had one of the best settings and one of the best stories, and of course, some of the greatest monsters. That's not to say Resident Evil 7 setting of Louisiana and or Bayou area was bad, because it was actually a great location. In fact, I loved Resident Evil 7, and that includes the remakes. I mean, really think about it. Transylvania is just pure, unadulterated hype. You have vampires, you have werewolves, you have gigantes, and I'm hyped for all those reasons above, but I cannot deny that of course I'm hyped to see Lady Dimitrescu, and I wouldn't mind her to step on me and drain me of my fluids. Oh. Of course I'm talking about sucking blood, of course.
Man blood.
I'm sorry. The story potential is extremely high, with plenty of creative takes and opportunities for the story to go to surprise us and shock us in many different ways, using the perfect opportunities of Transylvania, essentially. So my question is to you, what exactly makes a good Resident Evil game? I would have to say multiple things based on what I love from them, starting with the narrative. This story is the most important driving force to most games, at least to me in particular. It may have not always been like that, especially not with the first one with the early cheesiness.
Hurry! This way! That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
I mean, in most games, the story might make you want to finish the game, right? That's the driving force. Or it could be the reverse. Maybe the story sucks, but the gameplay's so much fun and you just want to keep playing until completion. Ethan, the protagonist from Resident Evil 7, having his wife seemingly murdered by the all-time favorite Chris Redfield is a true what the f moment for the people who love his character or are familiar with his past games. Me, I am more of a Leon guy myself. Hashtag Team Leon. Oh.
Been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
But I can't wait to see the upcoming twists and turns, and whatever the developers may have for us. The formula since Resident Evil 4 has kind of stayed the same. Shoot an enemy somewhere, stun them, walk up to them, press a button, and you incapacitate and or kill them. That has largely remained exactly the same with a few modifications. Resident Evil 7 was the first one to introduce first-person perspective, and Resident Evil 8 Village retains the first-person perspective, unlike the remakes which opted for the third-person perspective from 4, 5, and 6. But to be honest, either one is perfect for me. I don't mind going back to first-person. It'll make it more spooky, scary. Speaking of enemies, oh yeah, those are always a blast to deal with. Well, a blast in the sense terrifying, at least the first time, right? Or maybe all the times. My only issue with Resident Evil 7 was that the enemy variety was kind of lacking. All the enemies kind of felt and looked the same. Yes, there were different variations of the molded, but they were pretty much all the same enemy with slight modifications, which to me was kind of disappointing, to be honest, compared to the rest of the games. Yeah, there's a crawler, there's the big boy and the standard ones, but that's just boring. They all look aesthetically the same, just slightly different. Very unlike most Resident Evil games, which had tons of variety. There's only about 4 reoccurring enemies versus like, I don't know, double or triple the amounts from previous games. I mean, that still didn't stop me from enjoying the game. It was just kind of strange to see there was no variety. And now that we're here in Resident Evil Village, the opportunities are endless, like I said. Werewolves, vampires, all the crazy crap you might see, mythological creatures, oh yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. I don't mind having Resident Evil located in cities and modern urban areas. It's always fun and all, but to me, the heart of Resident Evil settings is a creepy mansion, a haunted forest, an abandoned rural village, you know? It just feels like home for the series. I mean, I wouldn't be against having Resident Evil in space, but that's kind of, I mean, yeah, you know, we've had them in labs, which is, you know, whatever. But I think the opportunity and possibilities are so huge. We're able to maximize so much potential. Not to mention returning features like treasures, item organization, and the merchant himself. Well, a different merchant. Unless the boy put on a lot of pounds. Not to judge. He's kind of adorable in some ways, don't you think? Oh, I am super hyped because Capcom has been literally killing it lately with all their games. Such quality games. And amongst the failures of other AAA companies, Capcom is one of the last few remaining that are still fantastic as of late. If you aren't excited, then I failed to do my job, and you know what? I am so sorry. And if I succeeded, well, let me know in the comments below what you would like to see of Resident Evil 8, what you would like to see happen. If you like what you saw, smack that like button. If you like what you saw, smash that subscribe button. And ring-a-ding-ding that bell. Thank you all for watching. This is Randomjeanc, signing off.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?